Anna?
You're muted.
Welcome back to Misscliks D&D, where Neil controls the stream and Anna has her mouth full before it starts. I'm Anna Prosser Robinson. I'm your friendly neighborhood DM who's learning using the 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons starter set, Adventure Lost Mine of Phandelver. Our party has been walking the Tribord Trail, just tying up a few loose ends before they intend to go to Cragmaw Castle in order to rescue Gundren Rockseeker, who is our dwarf Thoradin's favorite cousin, and who has been captured by King Grawl at the behest of someone called the Black Spider. Probably in connection to the fact that he knows where the famed Wave Echo Cave is. You guys have just finished treating with Agatha, the Banshee. And for that, as well as for finding Myrna's heirloom, you should get some stuff. Okay, so you got the necklace. That's all the stuff you get from that. And you get 200 XP divided equally, so 50 each for treating with Agatha. Actually, although really it was only Desdonia who really did treat with Agatha, so I'll let you guys decide whether that's fair. You all went there, but...
I tried to help.
You almost destroyed everything.
I mean, I tried. You said compliment her.
Compliment her, not whistle at her and catcall her.
I mean, she's dead. Everything's gonna be kind of hokey at some point, right? She's a banshee. What are you supposed to compliment her on? Her ability to survive and terrify people?
No, you say nice compliments, not what you did. Just don't.
All right. I apologize.
Everyone gets 50 experience points because you all did experience something. And now what will you do?
Well, I hear that castle needs some goblin slaying and some dwarf cousin rescuing.
Was that XP for both the necklace and Agatha, or just Agatha?
You just get the necklace for the necklace. You get XP for the...
Okay.
For Agatha.
Cool. Yep, let's go to the castle. Which way is it?
That way, and I point.
Roll and... What is it to know where things are? Is it intelligence? I think so.
There must be like a more descriptive stat.
There's like a navigation one, but I think that's more... I mean, I guess that would be related.
There's history, investigation, perception.
I think the closest one would be
survival.
Oh, I could have sworn that we had already been told where it was.
You were told. You were told it was northwest of the Cragmaw hideout.
Northwest?
Northeast, sorry.
Oh, northeast, yes.
And it was about 20 miles northeast of Cragmaw hideout is what you were told.
Could it be survival?
Wait, 20 miles northeast of Cragmaw hideout?
Uh-huh. That's what you were told.
Did we overshoot it?
No, we overshot it by a few miles.
You said 20? 20 miles northeast?
Yep.
God damn it. Oh, I know where it is. It's back there.
Oh, why didn't you tell us before?
Buddy, how are we supposed to find your cousins if you can't even find your cousins?
That's good. I need to stop back where we were then, on the way. I must get this information to the priestess.
I'm sure if it's waited 100 years, it can wait a few more days.
Alright, let's walk back.
Yep, okay. Heading back to Phandelver.
So you can travel about 25-ish miles per day, according to this. So you can make it all the way back to like about Thunder Tree on the first day. Probably bed down in camp. Interesting.
Yeah, believe we passed my favorite cousins.
And after I tried to rush things to make sure we got there in time.
I've been such a bad family member. I feel so ashamed.
I just remember that it was northeast. We went northeast, but not quite.
When you guys bed down for the night, again, do you just kind of camp in the open air, or what are you doing?
Yep, feels nice and safe.
I pitch a tent and crawl inside and snuggle up with my sleeping bag.
Yeah, we should set some system of watch. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't have a tent.
1.
2. I'll take 2.
I'll do 4.
Excellent.
3 then.
All right. Who's keeping watch first?
1, me.
Okay. Lilo, a little while into your watch, after everyone has fallen asleep, you start hearing rustling in the bushes.
Cool, I'll keep an eye out on the bushes.
You hear kind of like some mumbling and some grumbling, and soon out of the bushes burst 2 orcs.
Uh-oh.
And they yell something about, give us all your stuff! And then they come
We're under
brandishing
attack!
weapons at you.
Uh-oh.
I say as I ready my weapons too.
Okay, let's everyone roll initiative. Be sure to select your token first. Why isn't it showing up? Oh, there we go.
Rolling amazing now. All because I pushed guys.
And a good thing you took that extra HP roll.
All right. So the orcs surprise you. So they go first. Lilo, they take a swing at you. One of them.
They surprised me since I was keeping watch.
I guess not. You're right. They don't surprise you. They just come charging in. So actually, you go first.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and walk up to one of them and then attack. I took at 3rd level the assassin subclass, which means if I attack and they have not yet taken their action, I get advantage. So here's
Very
my
nice.
2 rolls. Both are at advantage.
Dang! Those are both very good. Well,
And does
yeah.
16 hit?
they both hit.
Okay, and my sneak attack increased from 1d6 to 2d6 at level 3. So
Yeah,
there's
you just demolished one of those orcs. You just kind of like, he just explodes in a bloody mess everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Also, any hits you score against a creature that... Oh, no, that's surprise. Never mind. Sorry, I thought that was... different thing.
Oh wait, I miscalculated his hit points. He doesn't explode. He just looks
Okay.
very bloody. I lied. Okay.
Yeah, get back!
No, give me your stuff! Alright, now it is the orc with whom you are not in melee's turn, but he doesn't like how you are hitting his brother. So he's gonna swing a great axe at you. Ooh, he crits you. He does 15 damage to you.
Ouch. Okay, I'm still up, barely.
Don't hurt my brother!
Jesus.
Alright, sorry, I'm just recording this. You did 11 damage. Okay. Cool. Now it is Maverick's turn.
Aren't I surprised?
It's a surprise round, then they don't get a turn.
You're right, you guys are still asleep, huh?
They're getting up.
Just kidding. So now, Lilo, it's your turn again then. Oh, wait, no. It's the other orc's turn. Just kidding. He also goes at you with a great axe. Does 14 hit you?
No, barely miss.
Ooh, lucky you. All right, now it is your turn, Lilo.
Okay. I will once again attack the same one I did. This time I don't have advantage. I don't get a sneak attack. So I got a 14 and a 15 to hit.
Those both hit, and you this time take that orc down. He grunts and falls face first onto the ground. His brother looks on, shocked.
That's right. I'll do that to you too if you don't get out right now. Look, my 3 friends are coming.
That orc starts crying as he swings his great axe at you again and misses again.
Oh my god.
Now it's Maverick's turn.
Are they within 5 feet of each other? Are they like adjacent to each other if they're both fighting Lilo?
Yeah.
Cool. So I
One's already
will.
dead.
Oh, you brought them all the way down to Deadsies?
One of them
That's-
is dead. The other one is alive.
That was fast.
Cool.
Lilo's kind of a badass.
Yeah, actually, Lilo, you're still standing, so I'll move next to the enemy and command you to strike them. When I take the attack action on my turn, you can forgo one of your attacks and use a bonus action to direct one of your companions to strike. When you do so, choose a friendly creature who can see or hear you and expend 1 superiority die. The creature can immediately use its reaction to make 1 weapon attack, adding the superiority die to the the attack's damage roll. And then since I'm adjacent to it, you can also get your sneak attack damage because it's once per turn, not once per round.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Dang. You guys are min-maxing the heck out of this.
Okay, here's my weapon attack and
So where does like character, reality, and like morals come into?
22, cool. And here's my sneak attack. So that's 14 damage. Yeah!
No, 14
I
plus
do.
7
That's the superiority die is the additional damage.
to the attack roll, I believe, right?
So 22 to attack.
Oh no, to the attack's damage roll. Yeah.
Oh, the attack's damage roll. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Well then.
Lila,
I
what
got
did you use to
21
attack him?
damage.
What did you use to attack him? A short sword?
A short sword.
So there's like a blur. You see this tiny little halfling just flipping all over the place. And then he lands and the orc just goes, all this blood comes out of all of these cuts and he just falls to the ground in a pile on top of his brother. And Desdonia and Thoradin are just sitting up and wiping the sleep out of their eyes.
Yeah, then it was my turn. So like, as I finish wiping the sleep off of my face, I'm just, oh, and then I just like go back down and put my blanket on. I'm like, guess the trouble's handled. You're more efficient than Guy.
Wow,
Oh,
Maverick, that was a very inspiring command you did there.
Please whisper. I'm trying to sleep.
I do what I
Go back to
can.
sleep as well.
I do what I can to help my friends out, but really, it was you who saved us there. That was amazing. You remind me of this small green little creature that everyone thought was totally incompetent and useless until you saw him in his original form, and then he was just jumping and flipping and stabbing. He was a terrible monster.
We'll have to trade stories about this little green man someday.
Mm-hmm.
Now I believe it's your watch.
I start snoring. I snore when I'm stressed or disturbed in my sleep mostly.
All right. Well, I will sit and take watch.
Great. The rest of the night passes uneventfully. You all wake up having had a long rest. Good for you. And what do you do in the morning?
We continue on to Kragma Keep.
To Thandalin, right? Thandalin?
Okay.
You go to Phandalin?
Did we need to do something in Phandalin?
Yeah, report in about this banshee.
Okay. Well, I guess as long as we're here. Let's make it quick, though. I'm itching for
Yeah.
some real combat.
Yeah.
Technically, because you guys made it from Connieberry to where we had put Thunder Tree.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can go another 25 miles, so you can get to the mouth of the trail to Phandalin. But you're gonna have to.
Or we could just take a day and head on in here, and then still take 2 days to get to Phandalin anyway, right? Like, It's barely out of the way. It's like the same amount of travel time.
That's true.
Might
We
as well. I mean, we're right here. It's not going to slow us down to go to Cragmug Keep, except for the time we spend in the keep. Desdonia, you were really excited to get this back to Phandalin. Do you mind?
I suppose.
You suppose you mind, or you suppose you don't mind?
I suppose I don't mind.
Thank you. You're a good friend.
Right, what a team player.
Unlike some other people I met lately.
All right, who is your leader? Who's leading the party as you go in search of Cragmaw Castle?
We're walking through a forest. I have no nature skills. Who's got some nature skills?
Me, I don't
You look like the
I'm
naturey
pretty
type.
Sure. Like that's part of my. It's like my specialty is a dwarf cleric person. Wait, what? I don't have like advantage on nature, even though all of my my channel divinity is nature divine domain.
Why didn't you take a nature proficiency then?
I don't know. I just followed like what it said I should take in like the creation of this character, and somehow it didn't give me nature. It's a
Don't you hate
very
it when that
weird
happens?
thing. That's very weird. I have all these charms, charm animals, charm plants, turn undead.
Well, that's very disappointing. Here I thought you were this great nature cleric, almost a druid, and it turns out you're just a hack. Desdonia, can you lead us through the forest? You must have some level of nature skills. You seem very intelligent, and...
I suppose.
You're exactly what we need. I believe in you, Desdonia. Lead us through these woods.
And like, if I had some advice to give you, I would really take a look at these leaves and the direction of the sun hidden the leaves and like where the moss grows. There's something about that. There must be something about that moss growing.
She leads the way.
Roll an intelligence check.
+3.
My roll 20 sheet's all screwed up. Hold on. Hold on one sec. I may have to restart it.
Oh,
One
it's
sec.
Oh no, it's D4 that she needs to roll.
Ooh!
All right.
Wow. So, based on
Plus D4.
Yes, I'm so smart.
based on everything you've heard, because a lot of people have told you about Cragmaw Castle by this point, and you feel like you have a really good sense of how to get there. Like, once you get in the forest, you're like, oh yeah, that landmark. Oh, okay, that landmark. Yeah. I think I get it. I think I know where it is. So you totally feel like you are on the right track, and you know that Cragmaw Castle is going to be right about there. But as you guys are traipsing through the forest, it's kind of a nice, bright, sunny day, and Desdonia is kind of just, looking at the trees and appreciating the beauty of nature and thinking about her studies. You guys walk into a clearing, and ahead of you, you see a campfire around which are sitting 6 hobgoblins.
Oh.
A little bit and talk, or where they can't hear us. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Follow back.
Okay, what's the plan?
If I were to give you guidance about how to stealth into the bushes, I'd say be quiet.
We probably need to take these guys out.
I bet we could do it by surprise.
Yeah.
We could get into position, and I could start off with a longbow shot, and then right behind that goes Lilo, and then Thoradin, you're throwing your magic, and Desdonia, you're like blowing them up or putting them to sleep or whatever sort of spell casting things you do, and then You know, if we can focus down one or two really quickly, we might be able to make the rest of them break and run. You know? Crazy people come out of the woods and attack them while they're at camp. We could do this.
Oh, well, let me try something. I think I can put something in between us before you even fire your...
As long as you don't reveal that we're here. Right? You know, like, don't give our position away.
Okay. Alright, so I want to make sure I get this right, but I have this new spell which is called Spike Growth. And in the ground for a 20-foot radius centered on the point that I would choose, the area becomes difficult terrain, and then moving through it makes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet travel. So it would look natural. So yeah, I guess like if I put it in between us and them.
Then how are we gonna get to them?
Well, we just have to make noise and they will come to us.
What if they have ranged weapons?
Well, then we fight them from afar. But I'm sure they'll come cool. Like, let's take a look. Do they have ranged weapons? Or do they have, like, swords?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
I kind of feel like Lilo... Did you see him murder those orcs? I bet if he gets up to one of those guys without them noticing, he could kill him pretty much instantly.
Not all 6 of them. I can do fine with a bow also, you know?
I could try to sleep them,
Okay, my
but
perception.
everybody should definitely stay far, far away when I do that.
Okay, well, how about we go with that plan then? We'll do the opening barrage of asleep and then some arrows. And we'll go from there.
You don't want the spike growth?
And sure, put a spike growth in between us.
Okay.
I have one last question. So, spike growth and bark skin came from my specialty. My channel divinity niter domain. Does it mean I can cast? Do they count as a spell slot? Because I know they're automatically prepared for free.
Usually,
Do I get to cast both, or do they count?
it usually means, I have to double check on a cleric, but I believe what it means is that you can have it automatically prepared, and then
For sure,
you do expend a spell slot. But let me double check.
But I think that's the case too. So I think it's that.
But with channel divinity, it may be that you get to use it without using a spell slot, and it's just a like once per turn thing. You're in nature domain.
So I know for turn on the charm animals and plants, I get to use one per short or long rest. But I guess that's all.
Oh yeah, this isn't a spell slot. You just it's just an action.
The spike growth and bark skin, or the.
Oh, I was looking at charm animals and plants. Sorry.
Yeah, those don't count. Yeah, I think bark skin and spike growth count.
Oh, I see. That's one of your nature domain spells. So yes, that does take a spell slot.
Okay.
That's not channel divinity. That's just one of your always prepared spells.
Okay. I don't know if it's the best call. I kind of want to try it, but I'll trust your judgment if you're more experimented in battle. What do you think, friend?
Hey man, I'm not a spellcaster. Don't try and pass off your responsibilities onto me.
What do you think, Donia? Doing it!
I don't know. I'm not as familiar with that either.
Alright, so I'm gonna cast, I guess, a 20-foot.
Well, actually, first, why don't you guys roll initiative? Make sure that you have your tokens selected.
But I would have argued with the party to cast this first, because if I cast it after and they see it, I think they get an advantage or something.
Could Jen cast that and I cast sleep at the same time?
You would have to go in initiative order, but you guys have surprise on them. So you would be able to cast it before the hobgoblins do anything.
You mentioned casting it in between, but reading that description, it seems like casting it on them might be even better.
I'm not sure. So it says, maybe, the ground is a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range. Distance sprouts, spikes, and torrent. Area becomes difficult terrain. Creatures move into or within the area take 2d for piercing damage for every 5 feet traveled. The transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural. Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a wisdom check against spell to recognize it before entering it. Oh yeah, you're right. I think I should probably put it like on 3 of them and something like that.
What was this one called again?
It's got a 20-foot radius, so it might hit all of them if they're just around a campfire.
For now, I just see miles though.
Well, yeah, this is... We can move to an actual one that has real... So here, we'll make ourselves a new place. Give me 1 second.
A whole new world, you say?
A whole new world.
All right, Lilo,
I
you're
hope
gonna.
this won't mess up the initiative, though.
It might.
I'm gonna see if I can copy.
Well,
paste
I
you
can
over.
see the little blocks. Like if you look closer, like zoom in, you can see the blocks
I think.
that they're
Oh,
in.
you may be right.
Oh,
Yeah.
it totally did mess up the initiative. I just copy pasted.
All right, Lilo, I've got that commander strike again, and I bet if we do your amazing assassination skills twice with the commander strike in the first round, we'll do some great damage. All right. You're muted. You're talking to yourself.
Great plan.
Okay, cool. It'll be great. And then after that, I'm just going to switch to firing bow shots until someone else is in range.
Yep, that's my same plan too.
Cool. You're gonna you can murder with your bow, right? Or your crossbow or your pointy shooty thingy.
Yeah, I've got this nice short bow.
Wonderful.
Lilo kind of points out a short bow, which is extra short for you guys, since it's a short bow for a halfling.
My God, that looks like a child's toy. But I am sure in your hands it will kill many a hobgoblin.
That's right. I know exactly where to strike them with this weapon.
Excellent.
Just make sure to stand with me when we're fighting so that I can hit their vital spots.
Perfect.
All right, so Lilo, it's your turn first.
Yeah, I'll let the spellcasters get off their opening volley first.
So you're holding action until the spellcasters cast their spells.
Yep.
Cool. Desdonia.
I'm gonna cast sleep, but I want everybody to back away like super far.
Yeah, I think it's pretty simple for you to basically cast sleep centered on the bonfire, and know that it's gonna hit all the hobgoblins.
Okay. Then I cast sleep.
Great.
Oh.
Let's see. It looks like you see one hobgoblin kind of just nod off. And that's all that happens. The other guys kind of laugh at him. They're like, whoa. And now, Thoradin, do you have a spell to cast?
Yeah, so I want to cast my new favorite spell, Spike Growth. So I kind of want to, I don't know how, the 20-foot radius would go. Like, how far away are they from us? How far away are they from each other?
They are all, if you cast it, they would all be within a 20-foot radius of each other. But your range, this is spike growth, you said?
Mm-hmm. 150 feet. It's very long.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. So you can totally cast it at them from the bushes and then hit them all.
All right, I'll just do that. I think, it's just this more straightforward, safest way of getting them to take that damage.
So all of them are kind of staring into the bonfire, as you do while you're sitting around it. And all of a sudden, from underneath it bubbles all of these spiky vines. And it's under all of them. And so since they see the area where the spell is cast, they're all very aware that this happened, and they all start looking around like, what?
Yeah. So I don't
What's
think
going
it
on?
hurts them from the get-go. It's as soon as they move with it.
All right, so we're gonna make, let's see, I'm gonna use roll 20. I'm gonna draw something.
At this point, we would still all have cover, right? Like, they don't know necessarily where we're coming from.
Right, they're still being surprised.
Yeah.
Yep.
This,
And while the spikes are coming from the ground, I'm guessing 2 volleys of arrows come out from the
That's
forest.
right.
that's
Because
right.
I will commanding strike.
All right, here's my short bow attack. It's at advantage since they haven't moved yet.
Are you
so-
just going for like the closest hobgoblin to you?
Yep, I got a 14.
That does not hit, it goes wide.
True.
Lilo, don't fuck this one up.
You used commanding strike on me, right?
Yep.
All right, I take another quick shot off. That one's a 21.
That one does hit. It hits the hobgoblin right in the like collarbone, and he roars and
There's a
starts looking
sneak
around
attack
for you.
damage, and that's 4 more damage, so a total of 17 damage on a hobgoblin.
It's an auto crit, so
17?
you should double your dice rolls.
An auto crit?
Because
is
he
it an
is
auto crit?
surprised and you have the assassin ability. In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit, which means you double all dice rolls.
Oh, good call. So that's another
Dang.
3d6 for me then.
Yes.
You do a total of 15,
26.
19. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That hobgoblin barely has time to roar. He just goes, "Whoa," and then just falls over dead.
Good job.
Shot straight through the heart.
Yep. His other hobgoblin friends look at him really confused and start scanning the area for you guys. Now it is Lilo's turn again.
And you
because
are to
the
blame,
surprise round
Lilo.
ends.
Okay, I'm going to fire a shot at another goblin. That one's at advantage, but an 11 is a miss.
It is. All right, Desdonia, your turn.
I casted sleep, so is it still my turn again?
Mm-hmm.
I'll start backing up behind Maverick and Thoradin.
Okay.
I think since nobody's going, let me see. I think I'm gonna go because nobody's like gone up there. So I guess I cast. Burning hands. I throw a ray of frost over there, just at the nearest hobgoblin, kind of
right.
from behind a tree.
Ray of Frost at 12 does not hit.
I stare at a tree.
Guys, what are you doing?
I'm just double
It's okay. Look at all the damage they'll have to take while moving out of that spike growth.
And I whisper,
All right. Now it is. Let's see.
and I gotta go like,
It should be.
This hobgoblin.
Isn't it Thoradin's turn? Isn't he out of
No.
position in the initiative order?
Yep. You're right. You're so right. Thoradin, it is your turn. Thanks, Maverick.
Renegade, please. We're friends.
Jen, what do you do? You're. I can't hear you.
spike growth.
Oh, spike growth.
What could I do? With range? Not sure if this works. No, it doesn't work. Trying to find something ranged. I guess I could. Yeah, guiding bolt. That would work.
Guiding bolt.
Yeah. Yes. That's what I'm gonna do. Guiding bolt. I
Alright.
point to one of them, and a flash of light streaks toward the creature of my choice. Then I'm gonna make a ranged spell attack, and if it hits, he's gonna take 46 radiant damage.
Let's see it.
So I'm gonna take like someone that's closer to us, you know, like that would easily get out of this.
Yeah, like
fight.
probably this person.
And I go for it.
Ooh, it hits. And in fact, you see it just hits him right in the chest, and there's this glowing radiance that comes from his chest, and it just kind of overtakes him, and light pours out of his eyes, and he falls over dead.
That was intense.
Mm-hmm. These hobgoblins are falling one after the other. The next hobgoblin is asleep. The person next to him, the hobgoblin, roars as he sees his two dead comrades, stands up, tries to walk toward you, but soon realizes that he is in the spike growth, and that means that as he moves, he takes what?
He takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet he travels.
Well, he just moved 5 feet, so why don't you roll me that really quick?
7.
All right, he takes
That hurts.
7. And as soon as he realizes that his movement is hurting him, he stops, and he then uses his longbow to try to shoot at. Let's see, you guys are in cover still, right? You guys just said you were staying behind the trees. But he did see where the longbow bolt came from, so he's going to try to hit Lilo, and that means that Lilo, you get plus. Let's see, you're in. I'd say you're in 3/4 cover, probably. Would you say you are, or would you say you're in half cover?
I think 3/4 is generous. 3/4 or half, either way.
All right. I'm trying to remember exactly what. Let's see. So if we think we're somewhere between half cover and 3/4 cover, let's say you have a +3 bonus to AC. Okay.
Sure.
All right. So he shoots at you with the longbow and completely misses either way. Now it is Maverick's turn.
I will pop out from behind a tree, take a look at this guy right here, the one in the lower left, this sucker,
Okay.
and take a shot at him with my longbow. Like that.
Ooh, ouchies. That definitely hits.
And when it hits him, I'm going to add to that. You know what? I'm going to add to that nothing. Never mind. I'm done.
He looks at the arrow in his shoulder and scans the trees frantically looking for you.
I
Now-
make no attempt to hide myself.
Oh, okay. He then sees you, if you make no attempt to hide, and shoots you with his longbow. Does 16 hit you?
A 16 will... Yes, it will hit me.
All right. And because he is within 5 feet of an ally,
Ooh.
he has the martial advantage on you, which means he not only does 9 piercing, he does an extra 2d6.
Don't I have to be within 5 feet of his ally?
Oh, you're right. It's not him, it's you. So never mind. Forget that. Luckily, you don't take 19 damage. You just take 9.
All right.
All right. That was scary. All right. Next is 2 dead hobgoblins. They can't do anything. And now this hobgoblin sees you guys, and he thinks he can run out of this spike growth. So he's gonna try, and he's gonna move 10 feet to get out of it. Jen, will you roll me how much damage he takes for 10 feet of movement out of spike growth? He
6.
takes 6. Okay,
Reminder that spike growth is difficult terrain also.
right. So he can move
Wait, I
half
got this.
speed.
Is it?
Right.
I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. Yeah?
Yeah. So he only needs to move about, I'm gonna say 10 or 15 feet to get to Maverick, because Maverick made no attempt and seems to be up close here. And he's going for Maverick with his longsword. He's just roaring with anger. And it gets a 12, which I assume does not hit you.
Nope.
He's very angry. Next up is Lilo.
Get him!
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my short bow off to the side and pull out my short swords and stab the one next to Maverick with an enthusiastic double short sword attack.
The first one goes who knows where, but the second one definitely hits, and the hobgoblin looks at your tiny form confused as he falls to the ground dead.
Woo.
These guys can do a lot of damage, but if you can kill them before they can, then you're fine. All right, Desdonia, it's up to you.
I throw a ray of frost at the closest one to me.
This one?
Yeah.
Cool. Ooh, an 18
Hey,
actually
hey.
hits. You do 3 damage, and he frost kind of, yeah, frost gathers all over him. You can see his eyelashes have frost in them, and he's shivering, but he's not dead. All right, next up is Thoradin.
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame. Yes. On another one that's nearby.
Okay.
And they must do a dexterity check.
Mm-hmm. And are you going for the
DC 13.
which one? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So he tries to get out of the way, and he does. Right?
Yeah.
He dances out of the way of this radiant flame that comes down upon him, and it just barely misses and hits one of your spikes. Now it's
No damage.
what's that?
Then he takes no damage.
Right. All right. That hobgoblin is still snoozing away. He looks very peaceful. The hobgoblin who had
Little bed of spikes and
yeah. Now the hobgoblin who stopped in his tracks and had taken out his longbow and was shooting at Lilo saw Lilo come out of the forest and takes another shot at him. Ooh, he crits you, Lilo.
No.
4 + 2 piercing damage.
Okay.
4 + 2, that's it?
Yep, that's all.
Nice crit.
Yeah.
Silly monster.
Yeah. The spike growth is actually really smart because he can't get you near an ally, basically.
Yeah. Spike growth.
Yeah.
Well done,
Maverick.
Jen. If I have a clear line of shot to the same guy that I targeted last round, this guy over here, I will
Yeah.
take another shot at him.
Okay.
Is there anything else I want to do here? No. He has a bow in his own hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot with my longbow.
Okay.
Oh, I missed. Never mind. Nothing else happens.
Mm-hmm.
All my cool plans are gone.
He growls at you menacingly, and as he sees the arrow whoosh harmlessly over his head, and he returns. Wait. Yeah, he returns fire, and also misses.
Ha!
Ha! You guys are just shooting arrows all over the place. Nothing's happening. Lilo, it's your turn.
I'm gonna go back and pick up my bow and drop my weapons. Do I get an attack if I just pick up a bow?
Yeah.
Okay. I will fire off a shot at the one that was hurt by spike growth earlier.
It also goes wild. You guys are just flinging arrows all over this forest. The trees are covered in arrows.
Yeah,
You guys are
I'll take
having
advantage
an
of
arrow
the
party.
recover after and duck behind one.
Duck behind a tree?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Desdonio, what do you do?
I just attack again with Ray of Frost. The one on the left.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shoot it from behind a tree, of course, from far away.
The ray of frost hits the tree that you are standing behind and splashes into your face. I want a montage of all of Desdonia's Ray of Frost fails. All right, Thoradin, it's your turn.
I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
Sacred Flame, DC 13.
All right, and you're going for this guy again?
Yeah.
That guy is. He's so mad at you guys all ganging up on him, and he is able to again dance out of the way.
No,
He cheats death once again.
Oh, I'm like, oh, spikes.
How long is someone sleep? It's until someone attacks them or they're woken up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's still asleep. Angry longbow hobgoblin notches another longbow and shoots at Maverick and misses as usual. Maverick, it is your turn.
All right. I will steady my bow, take a deep breath, and then give out a kind of like a loud growling roar at my enemy before taking a shot at him. Very confident this time. If I can find
Do you want to
my
roll an
character
intimidation check?
Sure. Wait, that's not the right weapon to roll. Cancel. Longbow. Ooh.
Yeah.
And an intimidation check at the same time. Well,
Is
mean-
it this guy that you're going for?
guy on the left.
This guy.
Yeah.
Okay, you hit him, but as he falls, he laughs at your attempt to intimidate him. He dies laughing at you. All right, it is now Lila's turn again.
Okay, I'll pop out of tree cover momentarily to fire off an arrow at that last hobgoblin. Oh, it's a crit.
Ouchies! He falls unceremoniously in a heap on the ground, dead. And now the only remaining hobgoblin is snoozing peacefully next to the campfire, not knowing the carnage that surrounds him. And that is where we will stop for today. I did not plan for you guys to have so many encounters, but your wilderness encounter dice sucked today.
Or were they perfect?
I mean, they were great for me. They were sucky for you. But I had fun because I don't normally get to do wilderness encounters with you guys. So I enjoyed that.
Good.
And I'm getting better at them than I was. And you guys did great. Thank you for helping me learn. Some
Yay.
successes that we had this time were that I remembered where to look for cover and how to deal with cover for the first time in like 7 episodes. So good job, us.
Yay.
And you guys all remembered always to have your token clicked when you rolled initiative. So good job, you.
Being so good on that, even without your reminders.
And I just think we're all learning great things. And thank you guys all for helping me. That was really fun. Let's do shout outs. Let people know where they can follow you and anything that you have in store in the coming week until we see you again. Let's start with Trump.
Sure. So you can find me at Trump SC. I'm actually recording a how to play Shutter Walk video for Hearthstone. It's going to be featured by Blizzard, so that'll be fun. And it's going to teach people how to play the super crazy combo deck that's come out in the new expansion.
Nice.
Not Q Block.
It's Shutter Walk. Have you played against it yet, V?
Shutter Lock?
Shutter Walk. It's the Shaman legendary card.
Oh yeah, I did, and they tried to do that combo wombo at the end, and then they failed short.
Oh, maybe they should have watched my video. Up soon.
Probably.
All right. How about you, V?
I'm VParleflois. You can find me at twitch.tv/VParleflois. Not doing anything super crazy, trying to get IRL up and going and playing a lot of Hearthstone, trying to see if I can make Legend in a few days. So
Nice.
Nice.
How about you, Jen?
You can follow me at Live in Pink and follow the game I'm working on at Dead Garden Game. And register for closed alpha at deadgardengame.com. That is all.
And Koibu.
Hey guys, it's actually a slow week. Frozen Frontier is unknown when the next episode's going to be, but we'll have shenanigans and no Heroes Graveyard this week. Everything's really slow this week, so I am using this time to plan a secret project A, which we are doing on stream. We'll continue doing all week. It's going to be without any context, but if you want to come and try and figure out what it is, you can find me on twitch.tv/Koibu.
Thanks so much. And I would just like to share that it is my 50-month sub-anniversary for Misscliks.
Yeah.
Just want everyone to know. Try to
Yay.
get on my level. Guess what? You can't. I was like the second person ever to sub to Misscliks and never stopped. Second only to Ishtara. But if you would like to be like me, please follow the Misscliks channel by clicking that follow button so you can be notified when we go live, and you can watch lots of D&D as well as other shows like tabletop and horror Let's Plays, and we hope you enjoy the channel. We'll be here again next Tuesday, and you can also follow Misscliks on Twitter for updates about when we're going live and things like that. If you want to follow me personally, you can find me at Anna Prosser on everything. I would specifically really love your follow on Instagram because I was a little late to the game on Instagram, and I'm loving building up my community over there, as well as Twitter, where I'm the most active. The rest of the week, you can see me on Thursday on Trapped in the Birdcage, which is Holly Conrad's Planescape-based 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons show on twitch.tv/D&D, the official Wizards channel. You can also see me on Stream On at 3 p.m. on Thursday on twitch.tv/Twitch, or Twitch Weekly on twitch.tv/Twitch at 1 o'clock on Friday. And other than that, I haven't told the crew this, but I think we might have to miss next week because I am going to be traveling to St. Jude Play Live. So unless I can figure out internet, which I don't think I can because I think I'll be traveling like in transit, we might need to take next week off. So stay tuned to Twitter. We will give you the updates, but unless we say otherwise, we won't see you next week, but we'll be back the following week with more Lost Mine of Phandelver. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Thank all of you so much for your help and patience and hanging out with me while I learn to DM. It's been a pleasure so far, and it will continue to be. We will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.